A proposal in Governor Kathy Hochul's fiscal year 2026 budget is receiving support from Republican district attorneys and other elected officials across the southern tier. 12 News' Kevin Quinn has more on how these officials say potential changes to discovery laws will lead to less case dismissals across the state.
This will be more fair.
Governor Kathy Hochul says reform to the discovery laws in 2019 was passed to enforce fairness, but have had unintended consequences, including a large decrease in domestic violence convictions. The law currently allows for any criminal case to be dismissed if evidence is not turned over to the defense within a certain time period. As Broome County District Attorney Paul Battisti explains, the new proposal would deal with errors in the discovery process on a case-by-case basis only if it's determined there is prejudice.
If they were prejudiced, the court will craft a sanction consistent with a prejudice. The most extreme sanction would be dismissal. Currently, the way the law is written, it's an automatic dismissal.
Cortland County District Attorney Patrick Perfetti says the governor's proposal was in part inspired by a harassment case prosecuted by his office that was ultimately dismissed due to the time period in which the recording of a 911 call was turned over to the defense.
Both the trial court and the intermediate appellate court determined that there had been no prejudice. Yet the State Court of Appeals said prejudice is not part of the statute and dismissed the case. So that's how devastating this statute is in its current form.
Republican Assemblyman Joe Angelino of the 121st District is in favor of discovery reform, but worries negotiations could lead to other reform in the criminal justice system that he thinks will do harm to communities across the state.
I'm just concerned that if this is something the governor wants, what is the negotiation actually going to bring forward if we get this? We could be actually looking at something worse.
Proposals in the state budget that Angelino refers to as, quote, something worse include changes to the parole process that would make any person at age 55 who has served 15 years of a sentence immediately eligible for parole. And another proposal in which the parole board would no longer consider an inmate's past crimes and only assess the present risks they pose to the public. The New York State budget is due on Tuesday, April 1st. Kevin Quinn, 12 News, Broome County.